Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 9th January 2024. So today we are going to see Delhi edition of Hindu and we are going to point out the important articles. And we are going to see in how many dimensions you can think about that topic. And if there is any chance of interlinking of subjects, we are going to see all those things in detail. And first of all, today is January 9th. Today we are celebrating Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas. So I wish you a very happy Pravasiya Bharatiya Divas to all of you. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us see the important articles in front page of Hindu. So the first important topic, already I gave you introduction regarding this topic in yesterday's class. That is about Supreme Court judgment on this Bilkis Bano case. Okay, so this article is very important. Okay, so now let us see what are the things that you have to know regarding this topic. So this article is talking about Bilkis Bano case. So this case, which dates back to 2002. So 2002, what happened was, so one train is moving. So in this train, the attack happened. Attack happened where? In Gujarat. So especially Muslims were targeted here, and Bilkis Bano's family was a victim. So actually all the family members of this Bilkis Bano, they were murdered brutally. And even 2 months old child of Bilkis Bano was also being brutally murdered. And at that time Bilkis Bano was pregnant and she was also brutally raped. And she filed a case and she approached NHRC and even she filed a case. And actually in that case there were 11 people were identified, accused, and they were given imprisonment, life imprisonment. And now recently what happened, these people, they got remission. These people, they got remission and they were released from the jail. And again what happened, Bilkis Bano filed a petition. She filed a petition in Gujarat High Court. And Gujarat said that it is valid. The Gujarat High Court said that it is valid. And again she moved to Supreme Court with an appeal. So again she made an appeal to Supreme Court and Supreme Court squashed it. That means it said null and void. So this release of this victims is null and void by Supreme Court now. So this is the present scenario and history regarding this Bilkis Bano case. So what are the dimensions that you have to see here is, in judiciary, you will be studying about Supreme Court, High Court and District Courts and subordinate courts, right? So from Supreme Court point of view, you have to see what is the original jurisdiction and what is appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. That is very important. And one more dimension is you have to see what are the reasons for these rights. Rights, reasons. And if there are any types of rights that are happening in our country, so what will be the impact on socio-economic fabric? So you have to think about what is the impact. And even NHRC also plays a very important role. So you have to see some facts regarding this NHRC, this National Human Rights Commission. Okay, so all these are very, very important. And apart from this, there is one more keyword here, that is remission. So what is this remission policy? And under this remission policy, who are eligible? Who are eligible under this remission policy? So this is also very important. Okay, so all these are the important dimensions here. And now let us move on to next article, that is about India-Maldives discuss pact, Israel steps into controversy. Yes, there is some issue which is going on between India and Maldives, and we have to see that. I will try to make you understand what is happening between India and Maldives and why Lakshadweep is also one matter of concern now. So here this topic we can cover under India and its neighborhood, that is India and this Maldives. Okay, so this topic is important from this India-Maldives relations and from GS paper to IR. So first let us see background what happened. So one important thing that happened recently in Maldives is change of government. So this government is not much favored to India, it is favored to China, that is pro-China government. Now it is established in Maldives. And the second one here is recent visit. Next important event is recent visit of Prime Minister to Lakshadweep. So these Lakshadweep, they are coral origin and they are Indian islands, right? So our Prime Minister, he recently visited to Lakshadweep. And what happened here is, so our Prime Minister, he had some photos. And those photos, they had been released into social media. And he made one statement like, if you are liking to do some adventure, you can visit this Lakshadweep. So this statement is given by Prime Minister. And in retaliation, what happened? So here Minister of Maldives, she used some abused words against India. And also she said there is no need of Indian army. There is no need of Indian army for the security of Maldives. So these are some statements given. And now it became a very controversy and even it became a very big issue between India and Maldives now. And because of this, even celebrities, they are saying that rather than going to Maldives, we can explore our Indian islands. Okay, so to that extent, this had became viral. For example, lots and lots of people, even Shraddha Kapoor, okay, Akshay Kumar, so all those big celebrities, they gave the statements on this. Okay, so this is a background that is going on. So here, what are the things that you have to see? So you have to see map of Maldives. You have to see the map of Maldives and you have to see about 8-degree channel. Okay, 8-degree channel that you have to see. And one more thing here is important areas of cooperation. You have to see important areas of cooperation between India and Maldives. And you have to see challenges. And you have to see challenges between India and Maldives relations. So these are very, very important from your international relations point of view. And from geography, you have to see the map. Clear? Yes. And now let us move on to next topic. That is about DGCA revises duty norms for pilots, allows more rest, fewer night flights. Okay, so there are some changes in the working of this pilot. So these are the changes announced by DGCA. So here, what are the things that you have to see? You have to see about DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, and you have to see which are the old rules and what are the changes now. Okay, and you have to see some important facts regarding this DGCA because there is a high chance of getting prelims question from this DGCA. Okay, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And one more thing here is, yesterday I said about cognitive dissonance which comes in the GS paper 4 ethics, right? So I got one comment from one of our friend. He said, what is the meaning of this cognitive dissonance? So cognitive dissonance, it is a mental condition where we can see two conflicting thoughts, two conflicting values are there. Okay, so in that way, so what is the action that you want to take? You will be in a confused state. For example, you want to maintain a very healthy life, but you don't want to do exercise. For example, you know that smoking is injurious to health, but you are not coming out of that habit of smoking. And one more example is you want to focus on economic development, but there will be the negative impact on environment. Okay, so in this way, there are two conflicting values or conflicting principles, okay, attitudes are there. So in that condition, you will be facing mental dilemma. That is called as cognitive dissonance. Is that clear? Okay, now let us move on to next topic. In city page, I found nothing important, so leave that page simply. And you can move on to the states page. In this states page, very important article here is ED estimates PDS scam in Bengal at rupees 10,000 crore. So there are lots and lots of dimensions that we can see here. So now let us see the dimensions in this article. So this article is talking about PDS scam. Yes or no? It is talking about PDS scam. So what is this PDS first of all? Many of you might not be knowing about the full form of this PDS, right? So many of you are beginners, correct? So because of this, we are going to know from basic onwards, okay? So one request is, if you are really liking this class, please hit the like button. So don't leave the class without hitting the like button. Okay, it will be taking just 2 seconds of time to hit the like button. So please do like, so that I will be getting encouragement, so that I will be coming up much more and more content that will be helpful for your preparation and to understand current affairs. Okay. So PDS is nothing but public distribution system. So what is this? Public distribution system. So under this system, people who are belonging to this below poverty line, they will be getting subsidized food grains. So they will be getting subsidized food grains. Okay, so what they will get? For example, they will be getting rice, wheat, etc. Okay. So under which act we came up with this public distribution system? That is National Food Security Act of 2013. So this National Food Security Act of 2013, that led to this PDS system, and under this here now the BPL families, they are getting the subsidized food grains. Okay. So here why government need to provide? So why government need to provide this subsidized food grains? Because government has a responsibility to take care of people. Okay. So in our country we have number of problems like hunger, poverty, etc. Right. So to ensure food security, and nutritional security, and to address problem of malnutrition, okay, government need to take these steps. And government need to provide help or assistance to these people. Yes or no? And the next important thing you have to see is, what are the provisions? What are the provisions of National Food Security Act? And even you can connect this topic with DPSP. So in DPSP, it promotes social and political equality. Okay. So to ensure the food security for these people, and even DPSP is saying that government can take some affirmative action. Okay. And even in ethics, it is very important. Even in ethics, which comes in a GS paper 4. So from ethics, what are the dimensions that you can think? It comes under topic called as corruption. and it also comes under the topic of accountability and transparency. And even due to lack of values, that will lead to scams. Okay, due to lack of accountability and transparency, that will lead to scams. So from that point of view, especially we will be studying all these in probity in governance. Especially we will be studying all this in probity and governance topics. So you have to know all those things. Okay. And apart from that, in this accountability and transparency topic in your ethics, you will be studying like what can be the measures taken to ensure accountability and transparency. So one such solution is we can use information and communication technology. Okay. And we can use this ICT so that we can decrease this loopholes in governance mechanism and to ensure proper service delivery. And one more thing here is you can add a case study or example of Andhra Pradesh government, how it used this ICT to decrease loopholes in PDS system. For example, biometric, even tracking of the vehicles which are transporting this goods, okay, everything, and message alert system, SMS alert system, everything. There are the many reforms which came up by this AP government to decrease the loopholes in this PDS system. So in that way you have to think about even the case studies. Okay, and you have to see what are the reasons for this scam. Okay, so what are the reasons for this scam? So what is the role of RTI Act of 2005 here? Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember, and especially from this PDS system, you have to know what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. So all these are the different dimensions that you can think from this topic point of view. I hope it is clear, right? Yes, now let us move on to next topic. You can directly move on to this editorial page. So in this editorial page, so this article is talking about Bilkis Bano case. Okay, we are not going to see the political things which are given here, like what BJP party said, everything. So we are not going to see that. And next topic it is about here values and ethics in higher education. So actually recently we came with one guideline, that is Mulya Pravah. Okay, you have to know about what is this Mulya Pravah, and we are going to see that in very great detail. And please let me know, here in education we are facing lot of problems. Okay, so in a higher education we are facing lot of problems. Please let me know what are the problems in higher education in the comment box and what can be the measures taken. Okay, for example, you are a district IPS officer in a district and you came across that there are some challenges in higher education institutions in your district and you got complaints from juniors, and what are the steps that you are going to take to ensure ethical values in the students in higher education. So this is a one scenario. So please let me know what will be the course of your action to address this issue. Okay, clear? So in this way itself you will be getting some case studies. And this op-ed page you can see articles, it is regarding CBAM. Okay, CBAM, it is talking about carbon border adjustment mechanism. So you have to see CBAM. So what is it CBAM and what will be the impact of the CBAM, and especially why India is bothered. Okay, so what is the bothering of India? So this is very, very important. And even you can add one more dimension, like what are the measures that can be taken. So this will be the one important subject, and we can see from GS paper 1 under geography, like map of European Union. Okay, so this is very important. And next topic is exploring India's diverse culture heritage through GI tags. So this article is talking about GI tags. So GI means nothing but geographical indication. And this GI tags concept is very important from your economy point of view. So GI tag. So it is not individual identity, but it is overall community identity. So you have to see some recent examples in news and from which state they are from. So in this way you can expect a question, recent examples and the state to which they are belonging. And you can see like some facts regarding this GI tag, and you can see like how many years, what is the tenure of this GI tag, and whether we can go for renewal or not. Okay, so and even you have to see like what is the significance, what is the significance of this GI tag. So all these things are very important from both geography and economy point of view. And the text in context, there is one article, it is about hit and run law. So already we discussed about this topic many a times. So now let us see what this article is talking. Just we are going to see the gist. So transporters and commercial drivers from states like Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal and Punjab, they have staged protest against recent legislation. So this law which is about this hit and run incidents. So the widely circulated view that section 106 subclass 2 of BNS, which says that the imprisonment it is up to 10 years and the fine it is up to 7 lakh rupees for fleeing an accident or from going away or absconding from the site. Okay. So next one here is the way forward, it is to revisit and reconcile two clauses, that is 106 subclass 2, so that here more than 35 lakh truck drivers in the country, they are not treated unfairly. So under this new rules, it said that punishment is very high, that is 10 years of imprisonment and 7 lakhs of fine. And one more thing here is, whatever the accident which is happening, the mistake will be the big vehicles. Okay, so because of this here about 35 lakh truck drivers, they are saying that so these laws are unfair. Okay, so we have to see whether it will be looked after by the government and if it is coming up with the changing of this or not. We have to wait and watch. And if you move on to this news page, so the article is look into delisting of cookies zombies from ST list. So recently one tribal group from Himachal Pradesh, so they got this entry into ST list. So please let me know which is the tribe name, and I also said about what is the procedure for entering or listing any tribe into this ST list. So here you have to see about what is the procedure for delisting of the tribes from the ST list. Okay, and here you have to see from where this cookies zombies they belongs to state of Manipur. Okay, so this is very important. And here you can see one article that is about DRDO counter drone system is ready, handed to private firms. So here actually you have to see which company came up with this development of this technology. So this anti-drone, okay, anti-drone or counter-drone technology which is developed by this DRDO. So why it is very important? Because you are seeing nowadays the attacks from India-Pakistan border which is happening through the drones. And even in recently, okay, I will give you the examples, you can make a note of those examples. Okay, drones. So these drones are also called as unmanned aerial vehicles, that is UAV. So don't confuse with this UAVs and drones, they are same. Okay, so here if you are talking about drones, so why there is a need of counter. So what is the need of counter drone technology? So if you see in 2023 Indian Airways have been attacked by using of drones. And what happened across Indo-Pakistan boundary, we are seeing that attacks are doing by these drones. And even drug trafficking is happening through these drones. Okay, and not only this, even in recent attacks in Red Sea, whatever the merchant ships they are moving through this Red Sea Houthis, they start attacking this merchant ships or merchant vessels by using these drones. So because of this, yes, there is a need of this counter drone technology. And now we are having this counter drone technology, and it is developed by DRDO now. Now we have DRDO which came up with this counter drone technology. So here in this context, what are the dimensions that you have to see? So we have to see some dimensions like classification. You have to see classification of drones. Okay, or we can say types of drones. We have nano drones like that. Types of drones. And you have to see different applications of these drones. Different applications of these drones. And during this COVID-19 pandemic, so we started using of these drones for delivery of drugs. So you can add this. Okay. So you have to see what are the applications of drones. So from applications point of view, you can get a question in your mains and as well as prelims from GS paper 3 and the SNT point of view. Clear? So these are some important dimensions that you have to know. And if you move on, here you can see one article that is about Modi lauds Hasina on poll victory in Bangladesh, seeks people-centric partnership. So again, same Sheikh Hasina government formed in this Bangladesh. It had been won the elections. So our Prime Minister, he congratulated Sheikh Hasina. So with this Sheikh Hasina government, so this government will be like pro-India. Okay. So because of this, we are going to have the good relationship further with Bangladesh. And in this business page, you can see there is one article that is, again, the prices had been increased. That is price of onions, tomatoes and pulses. They increased. So because of this, the cost of this vegetable plate, okay, it had been increased by 12%. That too in month of December. So it is very, very important. So especially there is increasing of prices of tomato, onions. Okay, it is around 82% and 42% increase. So vegetable food plate cost rupees 29.7 in December, and that is 3%. Okay, lower than the November, but still the second steepest if it is seen in the 4th month. So actually here, because of increasing of price of onion and as well as price of tomato, so there will be a lot of impact that is seen, because without these two there will be no food that can be prepared in, okay, that is curries, we cannot prepare them. So because of this, whenever there is increasing of price of this tomatoes and onion, that will lead to overall increase of food price. Okay, so these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us see the notes. Okay, so if you want to get the notes of this class, you can download the notes directly from the Telegram channel. You can join the Telegram channel. Okay, and the link is given in the description box. And if you have any doubts, so please let me know your doubts in the comment box so that I will be discussing in the next day's class. And one more request here is, if you are watching this class, so watch till the end. Okay, watch till the end. If you have watched it till here, means you got some interest in current affairs, right? So if you have got interest in current affairs and if you are feeling, yes, I am understanding current affairs, please hit the like button. Okay, don't forget. Yeah, now let us see the notes. So in the notes, we are going to see important articles and we are going to find out some important facts that are relevant from our examination point of view only. So if you see the context, it says that Supreme Court quashed, that means struck down the order of en masse remission. Okay, it is remission granted by the state of Gujarat in August 2022 to 11 men. They had been life sentenced or sentenced to life imprisonment for the gang rape of Bilkis Bano and murder of her family, even including 2 months old child. Okay, in this 2002 riots. So what is this remission policy in India? So what is the special remission scheme? So as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations, so here the special remission that will be granted to some category of prisoners on this August 15th and as well as January 26th. So who are eligible under this scheme? So women and transgender convicts of 50 years of age. Okay, and male convicts of 60 years of age, they are eligible. And already they have to complete at least 50% of their total sentence period. Okay, and next one here is people who are physically challenged or disabled convicts who are having the 70% of disability and more, who have finished 50% of their total sentence period. And this one is poor or indigent prisoners who have completed their sentence but they are still stuck in the jails due to non-payment of fine. So if they are not paying the fine, also they will be staying in the prison, so they will be also eligible. And convicted persons who have completed 2/3, that is around 66% of their total sentence period. And the people who are terminally ill, okay, terminally ill convicts, they will be eligible. And next one is individuals who committed an offence at a very young age of 18 to 21 years with no other criminal case against them and who have completed 50% of their sentence period, and they will be now eligible under this remission scheme, and their age should be determined based on matriculation or birth certificate. In the absence of both, then the age provided in the judgment of the trial court could be taken into consideration. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember. And now let us see what is this case, Bilkis Bano case. So actually Gujarat, it had turned very much violent. After this Sabarmati train, it was burnt in Godhra on 27 February 2002. And in this incident, about 59 car sevaks, they were killed in the train. So fearing outbreak of violence, a then 5-month pregnant Bilkis Bano fled from her village with her 3.5-year-old daughter and 15 other family members. And they were attacked by about 20 to 30 people, and Bilkis' mother and 3 other women, they were brutally raped and assaulted. And only Bilkis, a man and a 3-year-old, survived the attack, and her case was taken up by this National Human Rights Commission and Supreme Court, and finally it ordered investigation by the CBI, and finally they got life imprisonment. Okay, and now let us see next topic. It is about DGCA revises duty norms for pilots, allows more rest, fewer night flights. So it is one of the good news for these pilots. Okay, so if you see context, it says that following the concerns raised by pilots over mounting fatigue. Okay, so if they are going continuously on the night flights, so that will causes changes in their circadian rhythm. Okay, so because of this concerns raised by pilots over mounting fatigue due to increased flying in the fast growing domestic aviation market, now DGCA revises the norms, and now it started regulating the duty hours by reducing nighttime flying, and even it also increased the rest during the weekdays. Okay, so if you see the details, it says that airlines, they will have to comply with the revised aviation requirements on flight duty from June 1st onwards. So it is one of the significant relief here. Pilots, they rostered to fly planes between midnight and 6 p.m. So actually this region or this time, that is from midnight to 6 a.m., which falls in a window of circadian lobe. So whenever you are waking up during this time here, that will be affecting your circadian rhythm. Okay, circadian rhythm. So because of this, it will be having the impact on your health. And no pilot can be rostered for more than 2 consecutive night duties now, according to the new rules. So what is this DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation? So you have to know facts because you can expect a prelims based question from here. So it is an attached office of Ministry of Civil Aviation. So it is regulatory body in the field of civil aviation, and it will be dealing with the safety issues. And even this DGCA is responsible for regulation of air transport services to, from, within India, and for enforcement of civil air regulations, air safety, airworthiness. So all these things will be taken by this DGCA. And it also coordinates all regulatory functions with the International Civil Aviation Organization. So these are some important facts regarding this DGCA. And next topic, it is about an ambitious push for values ethics in higher education. So this article is talking about Mulya Pravah. So we are going to understand what is this Mulya Pravah and what are the important steps taken by the government to improve ethical values in higher education. So this topic is important from GS paper 2 under education point of view. So if you see the context here, it says that Mulya Pravah 2.0, Mulya Pravah 2.0, it is a modified version of Mulya Pravah. Okay, so this Mulya Pravah, which has been notified in year 2019, and the important aim of this introduction of this Mulya Pravah, it is to inculcate values, okay, that of human values and professional ethics in this higher education institutions. And also stated that it is intention to build value-based institutions by orienting individuals and institutions towards developing a deep respect for fundamental duties and as well as constitutional values and bonding with the country. Okay, so it stated intention is to build value-based institutions by orienting individuals and institutions towards developing a deep respect for fundamental duties, constitutional duties and the constitutional values and as well as bonding with the country. And next important one here is, so the trigger is the findings of survey of human resource managers. So they highlighted that unethical practices were happening in many organizations. So we came up with this Mulya Pravah and we implemented that, even though there are some loopholes that are seen. So those loopholes that we identified by this report. Okay, so the survey of human resource managers. So this report which highlighted that yes, there are some unethical practices which are going on in the organizations. So which are those some of these unethical practices? For example, favoritism in hiring of professors or faculty. And next one is training, pay and promotion method, sexual harassment, gender discrimination promotion, inconsistent view on discipline, lack of confidentiality and gender differentiation compensation, non-performance factors and arrangements with vendors for personal gain, and even gender discrimination during recruitment and hiring. So all these are some unethical practices which are going on in this higher education. So this is one of the problem, okay, in higher education. So if you see, there are 5 important pillars for this higher education improving of quality and mandate. So which are those 5 pillars? So first one is evaluation of reforms. Next one is eco-friendly and sustainable environment or university campuses. And we are focusing on human values and professional ethics, faculty induction, academic research integrity. So these are the 5 important documents that will address, or they are like 5 important pillars that we came up to address this improving of quality in this higher education system. So if you're talking about some evaluation reforms, so that have been introduced to make a student assessment effective, and student assessment should be meaningful and should be closely tied to learning outcomes. And next one is Satat. Satat was introduced as a framework for creating environment friendly or eco-friendly and sustainable campus. And this Mulya Pravah, it was introduced as a guidelines for instilling human values. So we are instilling the human values and professional ethics in the students. And we have this Guru Dakshata. So Guru Dakshata has been introduced as a guide to faculty induction. It is a guide to faculty induction. And this program comprises about 10 modules. And these 10 modules that must be undertaken by the teachers at higher education institutions. And this one is, it is also having an important objective to sensitize faculty to adopt a learner-centered approach. And we are also focusing on ICT, Information Communication Technology Integrated Learning Module. And even so, this Guru Dakshata, it is very helpful for the teacher to identify individual needs, because from one student to another student, the needs will be different. So we have to identify the needs of a particular student, and thereby we can help them to become a very good learners. And next one is UGC also came up with this CARE, that is Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics. So it is focusing on continuously monitor and identify quality journals across the different disciplines. And even it is also focusing to promote academic integrity and ethical publishing. Okay, and even care committee consisting of different individuals from all regulatory committees. So in this way, this care committee, which is also very much helpful to identify the list of good quality journals from the various field. Okay, so in this way we are coming up with lots and lots of reforms in higher education, so that we want to make this higher education that is a human value based, along with incorporation of professional ethics in students. And next topic, it is about European Union's carbon border tax. So this topic is very important from your international relations. Actually, it is not a new topic, so it has been in news from last 2 years. So now let us see this topic in detail and let us try to understand what is the meaning of European Union carbon border tax. Okay, so this European Union carbon border tax, it is also called as Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, that is CBAM. So actually this CBAM, it is a policy measure, and the important aim, it is to put a fair price. Okay, it is to put a fair price on carbon emissions which are generated during the production of certain goods imported to European Union. So that is nothing but here it want to decrease the fair price on this carbon emissions. It want to decrease this carbon emissions indirectly. So actually this CBAM, it is a part of Fit for 55 in 2030 package. That means nothing but European Union came up with a plan to reduce GHG, that is greenhouse emissions, at least by 55% by 2030. Okay, compared to that of 1990 levels. It is according to European Union's climate law. And the CBAM will apply to imports of cement, imports of iron and steel, aluminium, fertilizers, electricity and hydrogen from the countries that have less stringent climate policies than European Union. For example, India is exporting these to European Union, and India is having the less implementation or stricter implementation of laws than compared to European Union. Means India will be attracting this CBAM in European Union. Okay, so importers of these goods, they will have to buy carbon certificates that reflects the amount of carbon emissions embodied in their products. And next one is the price of these certificates will be equivalent to the price of carbon, okay, in this European Union's emissions trading system. So it is like a market based system that regulates the emissions of industries in European Union. So even it is mainly intended to cleaner emissions, okay, cleaner industrial production. And in non-European countries and to prevent this carbon leakage, so the relocation of this carbon intensive activities to countries with the lower environment standards. Okay, so it will be especially affecting this countries which are following this lower environment standards. So if you are talking about what the options that are present before India, so India is saying that yes, we are going to have impact because of this European CBAM. So India reportedly among the top 8 countries that been adversely affected by this CBAM. So as per this Global Trade Research Initiative report in 2022, it says that 27% of Indian exports are nothing but iron and steel, aluminium products, and they are around worth of $8.2 billion to this European Union. And even it also estimated that there are few of its core sectors like steel will be greatly affected by this implementation of the CBAM of European Union. And India is having very limited options now to navigate the CBAM framework. So the first would be the challenge the practice being violative of common but differentiated responsibility principle. Okay, so actually we came up with this common but differentiated responsibility principle in this Paris Climate Agreement. So here, because of imposition of the CBAM, it is violative of this common but differentiated responsibilities. And the second one is European Union could collect the tax and return the funds to such countries to invest in their green technologies. So this is one option which is present with this European Union. So it is collecting tax from India, and in return that tax should be given to India to develop technology to control these carbon emissions. And recently UK, which had been declared that enforcement of its own CBAM by 2027, and even it also expected to cause a significant upheaval for India's exports in this forthcoming years. So because of this, India need to take some effective management of climate change, and even to reduce this vehicular, even we have to take some steps to reduce this emissions into atmosphere. Okay, so that's it. And next topic, it is about exploring India's diverse culture heritage through GI tags. So here this GI tag is very important, and you will be getting frequently questions of this GI tag in your examination. So you can get questions from this, what is this GI tag, some basic facts, or you can see like they will be giving you the products and they will be giving you the states on one other side, and they will be asking like identify the correct pairs. Okay, so from that way also you can get a question from this GI tags, and it is at most important. So if you see the context, it says that last Thursday around 17 products from across 6 states or union territories got GI tag. So around 17 products they got this GI tag, and the products, they are ranged from handicrafts like Dongriya Khond shawl from Odisha. Okay, so you have to remember the product and from which state. Okay, Dongriya Khond shawl from Odisha, and even some products like Sundarban honey from West Bengal. So GI tag, it is a sign used on the products that have a specific geographical location, and based on that location, so there is also a specific quality. Okay, so they will possess qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. Due to that origin, they are also having the specific reputation as well. So if you see some details, it says that geographical indication, that is GI, it is an indication used to identify goods having special characteristic. Okay, they are nothing but the goods they had originated from a special geographical area, and they are having a special characteristic. And the geographical indications of goods registration, the Protection Act of 1999, so it mainly seeks for registration and better protection of geographical indications. So they mainly seek for the registration, and as well as they will focus on the better protection of geographical indication related to the goods in India. And even it is governed and directed by WTO agreement on trade related aspects of intellectual property rights, that is nothing but TRIPS. So even it was decided and also stated under Articles 1 subclass 2 and Article 10 of Paris Convention as well. And it is primarily includes agricultural goods or natural products or manufactured products, for example handicraft, industrial goods, everything that will be coming under this GI tag. Okay, and if you see what is significance here is, so if once a product which got this GI tag, any person or company, they cannot sell the similar item under that name. And GI registration of a product provides legal protection and even prevention against unauthorized use by others. And GI tags which helps in promoting the exports of that product, so we can boost our exports. And this one is, it also provides comfort to customers about authenticity of that product. So all these are some important significance of this GI tag. So these are some important facts that you have to remember regarding this topic. So that's all for today. So these are very important topics that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. So now I will be showing you exactly where you can get the notes of this class. So this is our Telegram channel, that is Rathods IAS classes. So here we will be posting this PDF so that you can download here. So you have to join this channel, and the link is given in description box. And this is our YouTube channel, Rathods IAS Academy. Please do subscribe to this channel if you are watching this class for the first time. And next one here is, this is our Rathods IAS Academy website. You can use this website. And I want to announce that we are going to come up with a new offline batch of this foundational course for 2025 and 2026, that too in Hyderabad, okay, in Ashok Nagar. So if you are staying in Hyderabad, if you want to get this offline coaching, you can contact us. And we are also going to start this online batch, new online batch of foundational course. So if you want to join that online course, so the cost will be around 25,000 rupees. It includes A to Z from prelims to mains. Okay, so it will cover both prelims and mains, and each and every topic will be discussed from basic to advanced level. And even if you say that I don't know anything, if you watch those videos and if you attend some of the live classes, then I can say that, I can ensure you that you will be excelling the subject for sure. Okay, so if you have any queries regarding the courses, here there is option of watching this demo videos also. So you can click on play course, so that 3 demo videos will be opened without paying a single penny, and you can watch those, and the price is also very less. Okay, and we are going to start even the new recording soon. Okay, so that you can have the access to the 2 modules. Okay, so one set of videos here and another set will be given soon. So that's all. So if you have any queries, if you want to contact me, you can call me on this number 8074765513, and even this is WhatsApp number, you can text me on WhatsApp as well. Okay, that's all for today. If you really like this class, hit the like button, and please do share this video to your friends, and do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And thank you so much for watching.